Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect Andromeda. I'm the MysteriousJG. We're fighting our way into the central control thingy of Meridian, which, as you may or may not recall, is some kind of crazy giant remnant sphere. It's this Dyson sphere remnant. It's like a planet on the inside, but it's actually also like a super terraform device to bring life, supporting conditions across the Helios cluster from the creator race that created the Angara and whose mysterious unknown enemies created the Scourge to try to stop them. Right now, the Archon, the leader of the Helios cluster, Ket, is trying to take over Meridian. He's going to turn it into a weapon that can destroy entire planets. Rather than using its awesome technology to terraform planets and make them livable, it's going to lay waste to entire worlds if the populations don't surrender to the Ket and agree to be uplifted and become Ket themselves. The Ket are an evil-ish, I guess. I say evil-ish. They're pretty much evil, but it's Mass Effect. You have to assume at some point that all biological races are supposed to be able to pull together in the face of some exterior evil. And the Ket go around turning other races into Ket. And that's bad. The big decision point we made in the last video was that we had found out there's the know your enemy, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. There's this whole side quest where we start finding out that the second in command of the Ket and the Helios cluster, because the Ket are not native to this cluster and have traveled here from elsewhere in the Andromeda galaxy to colonize and take over and uplift everyone and turn them all to Ket. But what we found out is that the second in command, known as the Primarch, despite not being the primary guy, he should be like the second Arc, I guess. Not the Primarch, but whatever the actual word would be for the second in command. But anyway, I'm thinking, would all know that? Primarch, is that like Latin or Greek or whatever? It's not. It's not Norwegian mythology, I don't think. But the Primarch is the second in command under the Archon, but he's questioning the Archon's methods, because the Ket usually just use their own technology and firepower and, particularly their genetic and biological science to overwhelm and uplift the races they encounter. But the Archon has become obsessed with using remnant technology to do it, because remnant technology would appear to be, if not unique to Helios, it's certainly the Ket first encountered in Helios. And the Primarch just seems to think that this is a bad idea and that he's getting away from the plan. And we don't really know enough about what the Ket, central command, the main Ket force back where the Ket actually come from. We don't know enough about them and their goals to know whether the Archon's crazy off the reservation. And it's possible that in later games that they were probably planning when eventually, to maintain the pattern of the Mass Effect series, we have to find some way to have peaceful coexistence with the villains of the early game. You'd have to assume that when we find out more about the Ket, we'd find some reason to be sympathetic towards them, and maybe some way to side with them, and perhaps the Archon will be made out as being evil, but not wholly representing a species. I don't know. That's in the back of my mind, as I figure we should probably try to work with the Primarch, even if the Primarch has said, after this is all said and done, I'm going to come uplift you guys. The idea that some cooperation is possible between Ket and the Milky Way species, I think, goes in line with the themes of the game. All that being said, I don't, like every other big decision point in this game series, it probably doesn't really matter. And now it's time for us to go face the Archon one-on-one, which is what has to happen no matter what decision paths you take.
Look, Steve, how thick do you think this
They called them deep.
is?
Are you coming? You're not even floating down with me. Looks deep, he says before it opens. When it looks exactly like every other remnant gravity well we've seen.
Do it. Secure the adaptation matrix.
Do it, Rockefeller.
Archon, does he know he's broadcasting?
What a jerk.
He's in Sarah's head. We're connected.
Wait, how can Drac hear it then?
Remnant, but not attacking.
Oh, I thought that was our remnant guy.
It's pointing. uniting us like the doors.
That can't be the Archon.
Let's check the map. Like, could we go on these other... I'm curious if there are paths we could be taking other than following these. Oh, see, there's doors that are closing.
Everyone see that? Doors closing?
Someone's hurting us. The Archon, maybe.
That's what I
Who
would
else
think.
would it be?
Well, Sarah. It's either Sarah or the Archon. Because she's got, like, Sam node, right? So it's kind of neat if you...
Doors. Maybe. Sarah's found a way to help.
Ryder, using Remnant hurts you.
Yeah, but maybe not her. Say, we could fall to our death. I haven't died at any point during this final mission. Presumably, if you don't side with the Prime, or if you don't get the Primarch's help, you probably fight more Ket in these hallways. But I'm thinking it's probably not going to be like a game changer how much harder it is. On normal difficulty, I'm sure it's still quite winnable.
Get out of my head!
Whom stimulate you?
I will use your connection.
Well, the line clearly says you in italics are irrelevant, but the line read was not you are irrelevant. Archon totally misread that line.
Damn it.
He didn't stress you at all. Reminds me of a weird line read in The Five Doctors, but never mind.
You sure this will hold?
Our home's parked in the surface. We can't stop now.
No choice. Let's go.
It's not my home, Ryder. Tuchanka is not parked on the surface.
Look at all this. It's amazing.
Dreamed Andromeda would have so many wonders.
I've been everywhere. Killed a lot of
I've been everywhere, man.
Never
I've
seen
been
anything
everywhere.
like this.
We can't let the Archon take
Ah,
this.
here is the thing that we've been seeing on the
Touchdown.
mission briefings.
And ahead? Meridian control? A long time coming.
It was a long time to get there. Well, I'm glad we had Drac here for that moment. Glad we had Drac here to undercut the main final location of the game. I mean, this is like graveyard of airships,
Gateway to
folks.
everything we've been chasing. Never been more ready.
Let's kill everything.
We just fought our way through Morond Death City, and now we're heading into the graveyard of airships. You know shit's getting real. Final Fantasy Tactics had a lot of flaws in its English translation for PS1, but man, some of those location names are just really cool. Somehow, Airship Graveyard is not as cool as Graveyard of Airships. And Morond City of Death would not be as cool as Morond Death City.
There. Meridian. The network. So close.
Sure hope I'm remembering those names right.
That. Go.
He's so close. It's like I'm almost rooting for the Archon now. You can tell he's so excited about doing this. He's so excited about wiping out our planets. We should let him do it. He's going to have so much fun. Oh, cinematic time. You better not just be another one of those assholes with an orb floating around when we fight you. Mass Effect series does some things well and other things not well, but it generally has not had good boss fights.
Is no longer amusing, Pathfinder.
Was it ever amusing?
Get my clues?
Nice work. Are you alright? Nah, you can give her a little praise.
Pretty clear path, Sarah.
He was distracted. Likes the sound of his own voice.
Well, it's better than your voice. Shh.
So determined, but so pointless. Your connection serves me.
So fuck you.
I know how it works. The mind is trained to think like the Remnant creators. In this case, painfully. But I'm content to let her bear that burden.
Oh, nice
Whatever
guy.
gives me Meridian, I will transcend.
Normally, I've never wished harm on your lovely sister.
You're out of time. I've matched you every step. You failed, Archon. You're the pretender.
You're really not as cool as you
Learned
think.
by accident. I am the genetic inheritor of 1,000 species.
But so is every other cat, and you're exaggerating. Uh-oh. Now he's all
No more
bossing up.
mercy. Kill them all.
No mercy. John Cena versus Roman Reigns at No Mercy. I will show you no mercy, because we have so much bad blood.
He's still using Sarah
This will
way.
be a clash of champions.
Survive drawing this much power.
I only care about one of them.
So they didn't know we were here before?
I'm clear, but you've got to stop him.
Alright, let's deploy our shit. Apparently we didn't quite finish off that Ascendant, but we did some damage to him.
Eos will burn.
And others too. But I'm really concerned about EOS for some reason. So I know about you those flowers that you planted that help you get to sex up Korra. It's become personal. Okay, let's get him. Come on, come on, come on, come
We got
on.
company.
There we go. Oh wow, that's...
Oh, no, 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 no. He's... Shit, he has access!
What, you mean that wasn't him I just killed?
See the network. They are architects of life.
Well, yeah, we knew that.
We command nothing.
Well,
I made the
command
cluster
one of their
visible
little
to thousands.
No.
flying server
You have
guys.
led your people to their deaths.
Well, they're going to become Ket. I'm supposed to think that's a good thing, right? Oh shit, he controls these guys. We never really figured that one out. That would have been a little bit OP if you could like develop as a skill summoning boss monsters to fight for you.
Scott, the Archon's pulling too much power.
Little busy.
It's all going straight through him. Shut down the interfaces. He'll have nothing to draw.
Yeah, whatever. I'm too busy to listen to you.
Under him.
We play this smart. I know it hurts, but you have to call out where to interface. Get me targets. Everyone get that? We're shutting the Archon down.
Yeah, but you're hurting your sister. You just said. Just staring at him like they don't give a shit. Like there was ammo, maybe.
Sarah, where to?
Nav marked for one of his main power draws.
So he's up there somewhere, but we can't hurt him because he's
So you can
glowing
interface.
with power and shit.
Hurry!
And we now have like a series of combats against like everybody.
And now,
We fight a bunch of Remnant instead of a bunch of Ket. I just got really confused there. Totally missed.
Keep pushing for the power relay.
I think it's a good idea to actually fight them instead of pushing for the power relay like he said, but I'm not convinced of that. Let's grab some loot. Very important. Nitrate infusers there. It might be that you're actually just supposed to get up here.
I've already surpassed you. You're pathetic.
Suck. What?
Clear him out so Sarah can focus.
Oh, here it is.
Find the leftovers. Sarah, get ready.
What am I even looking for now?
Hit them all on the way. No stopping.
I need to settle someplace and actually figure out what's going on here.
Remnant hiding out there.
This is just the start, Pathfinder. Everything you love will burn.
Close range sniper rifle time. Alright, it's actually switched to a weapon that makes sense here. And back.
Keep pushing for the power relay.
So I'm supposed to be scanning, as crazy as this sounds. I'm supposed to find the power relay. Right? Oh. Remnant Architect. Okay. I guess I didn't think I was going to have to fight you.
You pushed too far. Now you'll...
Now you... I guess I gotta kill all the enemies and then something will pop up? I'm actually kind of blanking on what I did here the other day when I fought this, because I don't remember having not been able to find the thing I was supposed to interact with.
Pushing for the power relay.
You can't say keep pushing for the power relay forever. Eventually something must happen, right?
Remnant hiding out there.
They're not hiding exactly.
The Archon's fighting me. I don't have your practice.
Assisting.
Sam?
I'm still restricted, but the more remnants destroy, the more
Shut up,
fractured the
Archon. I'm trying to
Archon's
listen.
attention.
Hold position, kill Remnant. I'm on it.
Sam? Weakness?
The
Oh, I
Archon's
see.
head's
So
down.
this was the thing, but I couldn't interact with it yet until we hadn't killed enough stuff to make it interactable.
Outrider, there's too much at stake. The remnant obey me now.
Oh, shit. Yeah, the architects will make this a little bit more difficult than just fighting a whole bunch of freaking observers.
Stay close to the
Hey, is that
Pathfinder.
Jaw? How do I get up here and interact with this damn thing? I'm really trying to interact with this thing.
Got it exposed. Lock it down. Interface now.
Okay. I guess we just had to kill a certain number of guys before this would become interfaceable.
Power relay is down. Give me another target.
There. The Archon's pulling power on the other side.
Let's go.
I will not suffer this insult. End them.
Come on, guys. This is getting embarrassing. You're an army of remnant.
The nav is across a gap. We need a bridge.
Shit.
I'm trying, but
That was a plot thing. I wasn't supposed to just try to jump across. Oh, I'm interfaced.
Keep it up. Relays ahead.
Oh, you are interface. And I'll just hit you with a hammer by mistake.
Got it. Heading to the relay.
Okay, so now there's a bridge. I saw. Oh,
Exaltation is too good for you. I rescind the offer.
exaltation is too good for you, Zap Rouse Tower. Death is too merciful for you, Zap Rouse Tower. This would be a very different game if Ryder was Zap Rouse Tower this whole time.
Keep it up. Relays ahead.
Is it? Oh, it's over there somewhere. Oh, cool. A bunch more remnant. Here, actually, one-shotted one.
If you
Disappear
cannot
for a
be
while.
leashed, I'll burn it all around you.
Wait, you just said that you weren't gonna... Why do you want to leash me? Now you're even saying you don't want to turn me into a cat, so what does leashing me mean? You're just some weird shit, Archon. Okay. Once again, I get to the objective, but I was probably... And he keeps yelling, relays ahead, but I was probably supposed to kill more stuff before I got here. So nothing's actually happening.
There is no worlds that will hide you. No escape.
And again, death is too merciful for you, Zaprows Tower. So these... I don't know that we can... Fuck. I don't think we can hurt him
Hit the
because
wall on
his,
the way. No stopping.
we can't shoot at where the legs are. Is that a path down there to someplace that I'm supposed to be going? No. It really is just I gotta kill whatever this last remnant is over here that we didn't get, and then the dialogue will change.
Every outpost, every colony, every world you set foot.
Alright, I'm in their freaking faces. I might as well fight them with shotguns. Until I get back in the cover.
up. Relays ahead.
Keep it up, relays ahead. Like I said 100 times. Remember that time I got to the relay? Yeah. It wasn't there yet. I had to kill more of these guys.
Your initiative will be ash, and it will be your fault.
Your initiative will be ass. Nullifiers are the most annoying of all. Well, I mean, not counting the architects. The architects are supposed to be a massive boss. It's not fair to expect them to be as easy to kill.
Another gap. I'm not seeing an interface.
Hold it.
But the plot has advanced enough that I can now ask you to make a bridge.
Are you sure?
No? But we have to win this.
We have a chance to win this.
You made this necessary. Your defiance earned this.
If you would just surrender and accept death, I wouldn't have to kill you. See, it became vulnerable because we did enough plot stuff. So that should make things considerably easier because most of the damage I was taking was, well, either from that guy or running away from them. People will beg for what now? Sorry. And I just shot a dead guy in the head. I feel good about that.
I will end this in fire and blood.
Really? So you're threatening violence now, villain of the game? His normal peaceful demeanor is gone. Jump shot, I almost never do that, but the guy was just...
It will be like you never came here, never existed.
Well, you know, if he can make it like this game was never made, I'm sure BioWare would appreciate it. Damn it. Oh, I don't think my observer is out there fighting.
Every life lost is on you.
On you, is that an expression that the Ket Conquerors use? It's on you, dog.
I got it.
Sarah, are you okay?
You need to hurry, Pathfinder. We're all straining.
Yeah, whatever, Sam. I'm not taking my time
Keep
intentionally.
pushing
The
the
game,
power relay.
the game keeps making me wait longer before stuff will spawn. The exact wrong time to stop. I'm really not using enough
You think you are
funky
special?
ammo.
We have exalted countless species.
You guys suck. You're not even in our top 5 exalted species list. Okay, taking actual damage here. And dying. I left the mission area, but I left the mission area in a way that didn't cause a game over. So that's a thing.
Hit them all on the way. No stopping.
Let's get a little help out here. I had a bunch of enemies lined up over there. Yeah, I figured that's what's going on. Another one of these guys has spawned because I was finally got rid of them and things were going pretty good.
Hit them all on the way. No stopping.
Well, we are stopping because if I don't, I just get to the objective and then nothing happens because, you know, the plot requires me to kill a bunch of guys. See, I think it's like glows red before you can hurt them. Now, what it is that's making them vulnerable now, I don't know, because normally you got to shoot the legs a bunch first, but I'm not seeing targets there. I think you just got to kill a certain number of minions before that thing becomes vulnerable. And by yes, I do mean those little guys from the Steve Carell movie.
Nabs ahead. Take them all out.
Or maybe if you get here and hit this thing, it becomes
I'm in
vulnerable.
range. Expose the relay.
I'm trying.
We've almost got him. Don't give up.
I'm not done yet. Hold there. Do you think you're having... We're here to kick his tail, Pathfinder.
Oh, hey, my crew members that I didn't choose get to fight. Sort of. Open up your mouth. There you go. There we go. Yeah, I gotta concentrate on killing them first. So have you made this thing accessible yet? No. Alright, well. Hey, I'm actually playing the game, but she has her own in-game lore struggle that she's going through that doesn't involve shooting lots of these guys, so no point yelling at her. If we were playing as Sarah Ryder, it would be Scott Ryder who'd be going, I'm trying my best.
Lock it down. Interface now.
Okay. Well, image reverse.
Relay down. Tell me how to bring this all home.
Yeah, do the same thing 10 more times.
Sarah. Sarah.
Plain and
We're
tall.
out of time, Pathfinder. Hurry.
But I think I just warped myself someplace I can't escape from. Okay, good.
This is not the end.
What does the overdrive pack even do? Immediately reloads all weapons, recharges all powers, temporarily boosts accuracy and damage reduction. Shield capacitors. I don't think I've ever used those. Alright, incendiary ammo. So we're making our way in that general direction. Got it. And we've got another one of these guys. Is it vulnerable or is it purple face? It's purple face. So that isn't glowing red yet. We can't hurt it. Either it's got its normal weakness in the legs and I'm not noticing and my squad mates are occasionally damaging it. Or you just have to kill smaller minions until the plot decides that those things are hurtable.
Every vault, every world, I will purge you all.
Great. Thanks. Thanks for bringing us into the fold there on your plans. Gotta be close to time. I think this is the last relay, folks. And it's pretty much time to call it a video. So what I think I'm going to do is call it a video. And when we come back next time, we will interface with the last relay and steal Meridian out from under the Archon. And then, I guess we'll have our big showdown with the Archon himself. Hopefully it will involve like a lame new minigame fight, like, you know, liquid versus solid on the roof of the submarine up on the conning tower. Something like that. Or one of those, like, boss fights in wet where it's just a, like, you know, can you pick the right button in time minigame because they didn't really have mechanics for a boss battle. We'll see, folks. We'll see. But Ryder versus the Archon, it's got to be coming. I'm MysteriousJG. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.